Hey guys, this is part two of the 74cc motorized bike engine build, the Stroker build, and I came up with something. I haven't made a video in a while, but I have ordered some Japanese bearings, and I'll show you one real quick. Um, it's made in Japan, Nachi. Got four of them for like 20 something bucks. Here's the stock ones. These usually go bad within a few thousand miles on the right here. People are always saying how the bearings go bad, but that's why I upgraded to Japanese bearings. These are still perfectly good bearings. I just don't really want to use them because they don't last as long. But yeah, I haven't made a video for a while. This bench is very messy with all the parts of this engine I'm tearing apart and everything else and tools, and my neighbor came over and gave me this propane torch to try to get the sprocket off, but I actually got it off. Somebody on a motorized bike forum told me that I could just tap this whole assembly out from the other side of, well, that's this side of the crankcase from, well, I have to get this nut off here, but you get the point. On the other side of where the clutch shaft goes and the bearing goes, I just tapped it out with a hammer and it came out really easily. But these two wires you can see aren't attached because this thing was hanging because I actually unscrewed it because I was just going to try to get the better stainless screws for the magneto, and these things came unattached. So I think I'm going to try to solder those back onto the magneto and make it work. But anyways, these Japanese bearings are definitely going to be better. But I got, as you can see, the Allen head stainless screws for the magneto cover, for the clutch cover, got all them in stainless. And also got, I only need one more for the sprocket cover, but I got two for the sprocket cover. Probably gonna go online pretty soon and order the rest of the, bolts I need, and then I'm gonna order my head studs from probably Sick Bike Parts. They have grade 8.8 studs that I could get. So here's that stroker crank and the piston. Rings and stuff are still here. Okay guys, so I seated the other clutch shaft bearing in place. As you can see, it's good in there. We just need to do the two crankshaft bearings, and I'm probably going to do that pretty soon here, but there's paint inside of the motor, if you can see that, inside the crankcase. I tried removing it, but it's pretty well baked in there or whatever. I don't know if it's like I don't know, but it's hard to get out with steel wool. But I'm going to see if I can get it out, and if I can't, I'll just put the bearings in and see if I can put this engine back together. But yeah, here's my little banana pipe I bought. It was only like 25 bucks. Actually, less than 25 bucks. So it might give it a little bit of power, but it's not one of those really nice pipes, which are like dirt bike pipes that people run. It might give it a tiny bit of horsepower, but it'll probably make it run a little better because there's no restriction really, except for that little stinger, which is a small diameter. But yeah, here's the reed valve too that I got for it. It's a 40 millimeter reed valve, the Zeta. I think it's called the RSE or whatever, carbon fiber. And they say it's carbon fiber. I don't really know if it's really carbon fiber. So this is kind of what I was thinking about getting as a frame for the 74cc bike. It is by oh my goodness, my tongue is getting twisted today. Bicycle Motor Works. I've already bought something from them. I bought a reed valve from them, but as you can see, it looks nice. It's a nice cherry red frame. It's like the gas bike style frame, the non-mount type. The mount doesn't stick out here. It's just regular tubing. It looks pretty nice to me, and it comes with a kickstand. It doesn't come with anything else, but I kind of think it should come with something else for the price. But it's an in-frame gas tank frame, and it's painted, so that's good. Yeah, that was looks pretty nice to me. I might get something like that. Um, I'm on a budget though, because my car is getting worked on. Oh, it's not getting worked on, it's getting looked at because the mechanic still does not know what's wrong with it. It is really annoying, actually. I mean, this mechanic, I took it to him. He had it at his shop for like 3 or 4 days, and he didn't fix it. And when I drove home, it was idling, it was revving down to 1,000 RPM when I was going up hills. And then when I parked it at my house, which it barely made it home, it would not start. But of course, when we get it towed back to the place, it starts right up for the guy. So, yeah, that's pretty frustrating. I'm gonna have to put money into into my car, so it's gonna disrupt my cash flow for this build for at least a while, or at least when I find out what the bill is to fix the thing. It's an '03 Nissan Pathfinder, and it has like 120 something thousand miles. But yeah, I want to get a truck really bad. I'm probably going to get a truck soon. If I can fix this car and sell it and earn a little bit more money, I will have enough to get a truck, or at least a truck that's not a piece of crap that's rusted to crap and has different color body panels, which is, I know people whenever they have a rusty truck or whatever, they just replace their body panels, or wherever they get in a little fender bender, they'll replace a panel. And of course they get the wrong color for the rest of the truck, so you got like rainbow trucks driving around nowadays. But yeah, if you're too lazy to look for the right color panel, I mean, that's one thing, but if it's all you can find, that's another thing. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna show you that other frame I was looking at here. So here's the other frame I was looking at. It is a 2.5 liter aluminum frame, and it's 130 bucks, so it's significantly cheaper than that other frame. But this one does not come with the kickstand. It does come with that little mount that I was talking about, but it's unpainted too. So what's the better value, an already painted frame with a kickstand, or just the bare frame? And that's 130 bucks. The other one is 180 bucks. So I kind of like the fact that it has that mount, because it's probably not as hard on the frame, because it actually has a solid place to mount to. Whenever a engine is just like a two-stroke that vibrates a lot, is bolted right to a aluminum frame, it'll wear it down eventually, from the vibration and stuff. That's why people usually put rubber in between the motor and the aluminum frames. But yeah, I mean, I really don't know which frame to use. I want to get one of these gas tank frames because it's just more convenient. It looks cool too, and it's lightweight, so you'll go faster. Um, Probably go faster, I mean, at least. So, MZ Parts Miami, that's where I bought my big bore cylinder and stroker crank. So, I might, I might get something like this. We'll see. But yeah, my car is holding back this build